Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? It is Thursday of the week. We're coming close to an end for the week. So we're going to be tape reading today. I'm going to see if any setups present themselves. And let's do this. All right. So I'm going to be doing a quick top-down analysis of what I'm looking at on NQ in about 3 minutes.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Okay, so this live account works. This funded account does not let me really do any limits. I'm gonna have to contact support. But this evaluation account does let me do limits. Okay. All right, so back to trading. So we're gonna be doing a quick downtown analysis of what I'm looking at. So let's start with the monthly time frame on NQ. All right, so monthly time frame, we have about 11 days into the monthly candle closes. So this is the March candle here on this chart. We're going to go down to the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, this weekly candle has just been very more like a doji type of candle. So we haven't taken either the previous week high above or the previous week low. So these are the type of candles where I usually don't really like trading in, just because it's very ranged back and forth between the opening of the candle. I mean, we had our weekly imbalance above here that we never really rebalance. So we kind of like just traded up into it and then return back down to the weekly open. So these are the type of candles where I like to usually be either low risk or pretty much not trade at all in it. So yesterday I didn't go live on stream just because it was the morning of FOMC. Was it FOMC yesterday? Yes, FOMC yesterday. So it was the morning of FOMC. So I usually don't like trading in the AM session when we have FOMC on the PM session, which is why I pretty much stayed away from the charts yesterday. But honestly, this weekly candle is not a very good weekly candle. I mean, a lot of people I know have taken a lot of losses this week just because we were just ranging back and forth around the opening of this candle. I mean, it's not a very good environment to be trading in. And if you're going to trade in it, I would just be very low risk. But it is Thursday. We have about 2 more days until this candle closes. So we're going to see what today brings. If there is any setups, I would take them, but they're just going to be very low risk because I do not like the way we are just basically ranging back and forth around the weekly open. So if you see price just consolidating around the weekly open or any opening on any candle, you're going to anticipate a doji candle. So you're going to anticipate price being very ranged back and forth. So we have not taken out the previous week high, and we have not taken out the previous week low yet. So pretty much we're just in this range. So moving on to the daily time frame. So on the daily, yeah, it's just very range back and forth. No real expansion, just like how we had for these candles that up here. So you're gonna get price like this, right? You're gonna get this because price is never gonna expand 100% like this and just keep expanding even lower. Like we're never gonna just do this and expand lower. We're gonna have moments where you either have your expansion price delivery like this, and then you're gonna have moments in which we consolidate for some period of time. And this is very normal. This price action right here is very normal to have, especially after we had that expansion that lasted about pretty much like a month or like 20 days. So this type of price delivery, very normal to have. So it's your obvious consolidation after expansion. So we're just ranging around this daily OB pretty much. So I have this daily OB. I had it marked out since Monday. And right now we have not taken out neither previous daily low or previous daily high. So this is my daily OB I have marked out. I mean, I would love to see higher prices, especially after us closing above this SIBI right here with bodies of candles, but we're just ranging back and forth, which is what I don't like. But I'm gonna see if we have any SMT at the lows with, am I on the right contract? I am not on the right contract. MNQM 2025. There we go. I'm gonna apply the same symbol as well. All right. So let me redo my chart real quick because it kind of deleted everything I had marked out. All right. So previous week high up here. And then we have previous week low down here. All right. So previous week high, previous week low, daily time frame. We pretty much have this previous daily high above. And then we have, so previous day high above and then previous day low below. I have to redo my charts because I changed the contract to June. So I have to redo everything that I had on my charts real quick. All right, so in terms of buys and me knowing where we're likely to be headed, I mean, I would love to see higher prices because we do have that weekly imbalance that we haven't filled yet above, and we're respecting our daily OB. So this daily OB right here, if I can mark it out, this is our daily OB. So we're still respecting it pretty much. So anything that gives us like an hourly BISI or hourly OB, I can look for longs potentially. So daily OB. All right. So 4 hour chart, what do we have on the 4 hour time frame? Let's see. All right. So 4 hour time frame, we pretty much have our premium discount of this range like this. So you can see that we're pretty much just retracing down to discount. I mean, in terms of structure on the 4 hour time frame, clearly the structure is bullish. I mean, we have not broken structure on our 4 hour time frame. So this structure is still bullish. So for me to be bearish, I mean, I wouldn't really be bearish on the structure, especially when it's holding. Because when you think about it, we had this initial retracement down here, right? Then we had our rejection block pretty much holding us up. So deep retracement down. And then I'm pretty sure we had SMTs at these lows. Yeah. So there was SMTs at these lows at 10 a.m. Or I think it was, yeah, I think it was 6 o'clock. So there was these SMTs at these lows. Right? So retracement, deep retracement to a rejection block. SMT. We had an expansion, right? Then we had another retracement down to discount like this. Right? So retracement down to discount. Oops. Let me find. Okay. And then we had that expansion back up again. So now we're getting that second retracement down to discount again. So we're trading above the weekly open. We have previous daily high. So I like longs right now. Longs are pretty much what I'm looking for. I mean, we're respecting we're still respecting this daily OB as well. So now that I have the 4-hour chart covered, we're gonna go to the hourly time frame. So hourly time frame, what do we have? Let me clean this up. And let me take out these indicators. That's it. All right. So hourly time frame. Let me mark out this as well. So yeah, we're getting that retracement down to discount. We are pretty much disrespecting this hourly SIBI because this hourly SIBI initially was trying to offer fair value, but then we had that 930 Judas to the downside, not taking out this low. So it looks like we're gonna inverse this hourly SIBI, and if we do close above it, then I'm gonna be bullish for either this hourly SIBI above or just for midnight open or the Asia highs. But I really do like longs for today. Let me see if there's any SMTs at the lows. So ES, I'm also gonna have to change the ticker on this as well. So ESM 2025. There we go. All right. So no SMTs down here. As far as here, yeah. So we have SMTs at these lows with ES. So you can see how this low at 2 p.m. from Wednesday, you can see how ES did not take it, but that exact low, NQ took it. So we have SMTs at the lows with ES. So this gives me this gives me more confirmation on longs for today, pretty much. So I'm kind of putting this little narrative and puzzle together. Because if we do inverse this SIBI and close above, then we can probably look for a retest and then drive push higher to previous daily high. Because I mean, there's this bullish structure still holds. So yeah, I like higher prices. No reason for me to short unless we want to really just close below previous daily low. So we're trading above the weekly open. Midnight is we're way below midnight, so we're in deep discount basically. We never had a we never took out this low from this hourly gap, so I want to see if I can draw some deviations out. So this is the low that we put in. And in terms of the swing high, this would be your swing high right here. So this low and this high. So this would be your deviations. So we have -2 aligning with previous week high. And then we have these deviations from the swing low to the swing high. So you can see how we traded up into -2 and then we retraced down to discount. So this high, and then we had this low, like this. Now I'm gonna draw my deviations out. Oops. From this high, this low. So after hitting this zone, we retraced down to -2, -2.5, and it had that move up. So now the deviations would be like this. All right. So this is the 15-minute time frame. All right, so we're in the process of developing this 15-minute BISI. So we're gonna have the 10 a.m. open in about 4 minutes. So if we are to continue pushing higher, I'm gonna anticipate or expect some kind of opening from the 10 a.m. to manipulate down into this fair value gap, and then look for a drive higher into either premium of this range. No, because we already tapped premium. But let's see if we get this set up. 10 a.m. open, manipulation down into this fair value gap, and then see if we can get a drive higher. Risk off today? Yeah, definitely. Because I don't want to put on risk today, especially when we're having like that doji weekly candle kind of development. Definitely gonna be risk off. So we have about 3 minutes until the new 4-hour candle opens. So I'm gonna want to see a continuation push higher, away from that 15-minute fair value gap. So we're gonna see if we get that manipulation down into that 15 and look for a continuation higher. All right, 2 more minutes into the 10 a.m. opens. Because what's it called? On our 15-minute chart, like we can look at this 15 and we can say that this was a retracement to OTE, right? We had those S&Ts at the lows, and now we're gonna have that retracement and then expansion back up. So this is why I'm looking for longs, and if we do have a 1-minute change in the state of delivery out this 15-minute fair value gap, then I'm definitely gonna look for longs. So I'm gonna wait here for the 10 a.m. open, wait for the manipulation to set in. So print the wick inside this 15-minute fair value gap. And yeah, and then look for an entry to go long. We are inside this hourly gap, but this hourly gap was disrespected because yes, we tapped into this hourly gap right here. So let me delete this. Let me delete this. So we tapped into this hourly gap, right? So this is the hourly fair value gap above. And let me make this visible only this time frame. There you go. So if this hourly fair value gap was to offer fair value, then we should have respected it and then went for London lows. But we didn't. We didn't go for London lows. Let me see if there's SMTs at these lows. Yeah, we didn't take out this low as well as 640. Neither on ES. Yes. Okay. Good. We have the right contracts. All right. So the new 15 just opened. The new 10 a.m. candle open as well. So let's look at the 15 real quick. All right. So we're going to mark out the 10 a.m. open. We're going to wait for price to retrace into a 15-minute fair value gap. And then we're going to look for longs. I'm also going to delete this gap here because we don't really need it. I am going to have this one marked out though, because we do have a 4-hour gap above us. if we don't get this retracement back down like this, and instead we just continue pushing higher, then I'm just gonna tape read it. I'm not gonna look to engage in the market. But what I don't want to see is this, right? Because let's say in a bearish case scenario, price wants to go for previous day low instead, right? What we want to see if price wants to go for previous day low is this. So a drive into this 4-hour SIBI, take the high, right? Come down, splice down below the 930 opening, retest the 930 opening, and then continue pushing lower. This is the only case scenario that I would look for if we're bearish. So this is the only case scenario I would look for if we're bearish. So if we're bearish, then I'm going to look for this setup to form. And then I would look for shorts. This is only if we're bearish or if we get this confirmation. If we don't, and we actually retrace down here into these two fair value gaps, either this one or this one, then we can look for a move back higher. So these are my two scenarios as of now. So let's see what the market brings. Because I like how we retrace down to discount on the hourly time frame. And then we have SMTs at the lows with ES. So we could look for the Asia highs. All right, let's see if we get that retracement down. This was a pretty clean entry right here. This OB. And this weekly open. So you have the weekly opening, so time open, and a PD array. All right, let's see if we get that retracement down. All right, so we tap -2, 2.5. inversion. Mark out the 10 a.m. open. Oops. Waiting for us to pretty much retrace into this gap right here on the 15. So this is the gap that we have on our 15-minute time frame. We're going to see if we can retrace into it and then look for an entry to continue going higher. That's if it offers the entry. Fifteen-minute time frame. All right, let's look if there's S&Ts at the highs here. So ES took out this candle at 5:30. Thank you. Also took it. So no S&T currently at the highs. 4 minute, 3 minute. You have this 3 minute fair value gap here. Let's see if we can inverse it. And then go down here to discount. For me right now, it's just a matter of waiting. Waiting. Because I don't want to short. I want to look for longs today. I have to wait for price to retrace down to the 15-minute gap. So I have to wait. All right, so new 15-minute open in about 1 minute. We're going to see if that opening can give us the opportunity for a retracement down. And then fill the 15-minute busy. So we have this 15-minute gap here. We'll make this purple. And 15 city. So we have that 15-minute gap above right here. We had that short-term liquidity rate above it. In terms of SMT at the highs, no SMT here. Let's see this one. 828. Yeah, both of these were taken. Yeah, there's not really any SMT at these highs. So there's no SMT from this 15-minute gap. But we are having that 1 minute change in the state delivery. So these two up close candles. All right, new 15-minute candle opening. So we have the 10, 15-minute candle open here. 10, 15. Looking to see if we can get that retracement lower. So premium discount would be this range. All right, so we're retesting the 15-minute gap here. Yeah, there wasn't any S&T, so it was not 100% confirmation that this 15-minute gap was gonna give us that retracement, but yeah, this definitely has the potential to just run to midnight open without us. Well, let's see though, because Asia highs are still intact, midnight open is still intact, so let's see if we finally get that retracement. If not, then it's fine. All right, so if this 5-minute gap here, I'm gonna draw this 5-minute gap out. And I can scale down to the 1 minute. So 15-minute open inside the gap, printed the wick, expansion up. Pretty clean. So right now, I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm just waiting for a proper entry. If price does want to keep expanding to the upside without not allowing a proper retracement, then I'm simply just going to sit on my hands for the day. Ideally, I was looking for longs this morning before the 10 a.m. open, and it was very clean. I mean, we had that deep retracement down to discount, and now we're getting that expansion higher away from it. So when we saw that hourly for rally gap, that first hourly for rally gap not offering for rally to that low, and simply just reversing, that gave me a strong confirmation that price was not going to be bearish. I mean, we were kind of below the midnight open, way below the midnight open, like a deep discount. And we also had SMTs at the lows with ES. So all these confirmations kind of like started building like a narrative for me to just not look for shorts but longs. But Thursday high isn't taken yet. Midnight open isn't taken yet. Asia highs aren't taken yet. So we still have a draw to work with. But simply, I don't want to trade after 10:30. So if 10:30 comes around and there's no proper retracement, or maybe 10:45, then today's probably going to be a no trade day. And I'm happy with that because ideally the weekly candle, the way it looks right now, just tells me I have to be low risk for the week. So Thursday high. No, I'm looking for a Thursday high. But yeah, if I don't get no trade today, then I'm happy with that. So ES, very so all like right now, Dow, ES, and Q. I mean Dow's already above the midnight open. ES is slightly higher too, and Q as well. So we're reacting very bullishly. So if we look at our 4-hour time frame, like I told you guys this morning, this is our 4-hour time frame, right? You can see that it's very bullish right now. So the structure on the 4-hour is bullish. So there's no reason for me to look for shorts. Because what we're seeing based off the 4-hour chart is this. Every single retracement down. So this first retracement, second retracement, third retracement. So every single retracement you see here is just to go to discount. So we had this first retracement, right? Reactions away from this rejection block, right? Expansion higher. And then we had this second retracement down to discount again, right? Expansion higher. Now, what is this? This is our third retracement to discount. And you can see how we close way back above with this large wick. This tells me that we're holding this bullish structure. So for me to be short, it's basically trying to move inside a moving train. There's no reason for me to be short. If we're respecting structure, then just follow it. No reason for me to be short. But as far for entry wise, not really any entry provided for me. The only clean entry I would have seen today was either a retracement down to one of these 50-minute gaps, look for a 1-minute change in state delivery, and then look for longs. Pretty much. Any executions today? Nah, not for me today. I was waiting for a entry off these 15-minute gaps, like one of these two. But no real entry today. Delivery was very clean though, however. But as far as draw liquidity goes for me, I'm still looking for upside. So previous week high and our weekly imbalance above. So we are definitely respecting our daily OB right here. So yeah, longs are definitely on the table for me. So we're gonna wait for a retracement and then look for an entry. All right, so we're about to hit midnight open. So here we tag midnight open. Now we have London highs and Asia highs above. All right, so ES took out Asia highs and London highs. So right now there is some kind of SMTs at the highs with ES. So let's see if this is where our retracement starts. So ES took the high out at 430. What about this high? So ES took the high at 2 a.m., but NQ hasn't yet. So these are the SMTs at the highs currently. So we're going to see if our retracement is given to us here now. Yeah, as far as trades right now, for me, no trades as of now. So pretty much just sitting on my hands right now, waiting for an opportunity. Pretty clean day. I like today's delivery. That was a pretty clean delivery today. All right, so we have these SMTs at the highs. If we inverse this 5-minute, this is going to be the start of the retracement down to discount. So the leg of this high and the leg of this down, this up the swing low, premium discount. Look at my 15-minute chart. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. bad, guys. All right. What's going on here? Let's see. 15-minute time frame. We have this 15-minute candle. We are coming above the midnight open. 5-minute time frame. Yeah, so we're just grinding higher right now. So we still have the S&Ts at the highs. This top right. And then we have these smaller S&Ts at these highs. Like this. So we have 15-minute S&Ts with ES. And we also have 1-minute S&Ts with ES. So we have a higher time frame and a lower time frame S&T. So let's see if we can finally get that retracement. If not, then we're just going to continue grinding higher to previously high. Because we are about like 70, 80 points away from previously high. So we're not that far off from it. You do have this 15-minute gap down here too. So this intermediate rebalance is pretty clean. The 1030 opening. Retracement down to the rejection block. Intermediate rebalance. That's pretty clean. Alright. I'm going to delete these SMTs because it looks like we're just going to keep grinding higher and higher for previously high. So it's going to respect every bullish PD array. So we have a closure above the midnight open with 1 minute candles. Body closures above midnight open. All right, so you have a new 15-minute candle open. So a new 10:45 15-minute. It closed above the midnight open. So definitely strong confirmation of higher prices. In terms of where we are heading, I mean, we are above this 4-hour SIBI. So definitely disrespecting that 4-hour gap. We're about 48 points away from previous day high. So we're very close to previous day high here. So once we take out previous day high, I'm pretty much just going to close the charts. Unless we want to go for 169. So potentially this high as well up here, this external high. Look at the way we retested that midnight open. Respected it pretty much to the tick. Beautiful. There's going to be days where you get like a trending move with no retracement. Like let's say you have a clear target, you know why you want to get in the trade, and you're very confident in where price is going to go, right? but you get no real proper entry based on the way that you trade. Sure, someone can get in on a 5 minute gap, 1 minute gap, and keep riding the trend. But if I'm the type of trader to wait for a 15-minute entry, 1 minute confirmation, and I don't get that, then it's okay for me to sit out and simply just watch or sit on my hands. Because at the same time, yes, I know that the draw is higher. Yes, I know that price can have the likelihood of just blasting off to my target. But at the same time, it is Thursday. Plus, I don't like the way that this weekly candle was developing. So I'm definitely low risk for the remainder of the week. So I'm fine with no trades today. If I'm able to have self-control and not trying to FOMO my way in, then that's good because it's going to save me for the future. So future scenarios in which I want to FOMO in or think I'm missing out on the move. This move is going to happen 1,000 times. So no reason for me to rush into trades. I only enter a market order with some confirmation close to a low hanging fruit though. I don't have a model. I just risk well. I mean, I have a model and I have a set of rules that I try to follow every single day. So that's my whole job is just to focus on the process. And if I can do that every single day, then I can see consistency. I never want to deviate from my plan or rules. All right, two up close candles on the 5 minute. I want to get a closure below 1035. See if we can come down, displace lower, closing below this last up close candle. Retest it, and then look to fill in either this 15-minute gap or the one below the 10 a.m. And then we can look for potential long entries. The only thing I don't like is how it's close to London close. So I'm probably gonna set alerts, and then during the PM session, I can see if I can look for an entry to go long during the PM. And if no setup is provided, then I'll just come back tomorrow. So that's my plan for now. So we're getting this displacement candle with 1050, 5 minute candle. So we're gonna see if we can come down, close below it, retest, and then push lower. Taking out this swing low here. So I like this swing low. Seven more minutes into a new hourly candle is formed. So on our 4 hour time frame or on our hourly time frame, we do have this VPR, this hourly VPR here. So let's say price retraces all the way down, rebalances this hourly VPR. We could look for longs at this hourly VPR as well, but that'd be a really deep retracement down to discount, and then look for a continuation higher. We'll see. So in 5 minutes, we're going to have a new hourly candle open, and this hourly VPR will be made. So if we pull out our fib, so the low of this candle to the high of this candle, this hourly VPR is pretty much around OTE. So I'm not saying that it's gonna 100% happen, but if we do get some scenario pulling back into this hourly VPR and then looking for a continuation move higher, that would be ideal. But that would mean that we're gonna have a very deep retracement down. So you are only using lab model. I just trade off higher time frame PD rays and change in state delivery. So I'm basically trading off the higher time frame, but I position myself on the lower time frame. That's all. So if I have like a 15-minute fair value gap, I just look for a 1 minute CISD. It's either I trade the 4 hour candle or I trade higher time frame PD race following the higher time frame or just following the 4 hour candles expansion. So lab model, I don't really like inversions. I don't like trading off inversions, so I don't really use like the way the lab model entries are. Because in my opinion, I prefer changes to delivery over inversions. Because let's say I do trade the lab model, right? Or let's say I trade the lab model right now. So this is my premium discount, right? So if I do trade the lab model, it will look something like this. So premium discount, and let's scale down to the 3 minute. So on a 3 minute, is there a fair value gap? Not really. 5 minute, not really a fair value gap. 1 minute, is there a fair value gap on the 1 minute? Not really. But let's say on a 3 minute time frame, there was a fair value gap, right? Basically, you'll play off inversions like this. And then your entry would be at the inversion. And then your stop loss would be at the high. If there's SMT, then that would be a very good stop loss. And then all you're targeting is basically either equilibrium or swing lows below at discount like this. Or if you draw out your deviations or play deviations out, maybe like this right here, this deviation pull. You could probably target -2. But all you're doing is just playing retracement reversals. That's all you're doing with the lab model. Just retracement reversals out of ranges using premium discount, liquidity, and inversions. But since I don't really like using inversions, I don't really use those as entries. The only time I would use inversions is if I want to like pyramid in or scale into my setup. That's the only time I use inversions, just to scale into my setups that I already have. All right, so we're coming close to this last up close candle. We're gonna see if we get a closure below it. All right, so we have London close and a new hourly candle open. So we have a VPR now, so an hourly VPR, pretty much. So we're going to see if price wants to drive lower into the VPR, and then we can look for longs out of this OTE area at discount. I'm definitely going to set some alerts down though, because if I do hop off in 15 minutes, I could just get an alert here. See. So hourly VPR tagged. So here's my first alert, and I'll set an alert at 10 a.m. open. But let's tape read this though. So price is coming down, right? We're not closing below these two up close candles fully, but this definitely does look bearish for a retracement down. 15-minute time frame, the closest for a value gap is this one right here. So I'm gonna mark this one out just in case. Let's see. All right, so yeah, we're definitely displacing down below these two up close candles. 15-minute for rally gap, hourly VPR. Again, you were getting that rejection away from midnight open. Let me see if these SMTs held above. So ES did not take out this high here. We did take out Asia highs and London highs though. So we did take out this high at 315 right here. But that exact high at 315 and Q didn't take. So those were the SMTs at the highs here. All right. All right, one more minute until this 5-minute candle closes. We're gonna see if we get that 5-minute change in the state of delivery. this setup right here, like if we had let's say we had a 15-minute for rally gap, like right here, right? Let's say this was a 15, or let's say this was like a hourly for a rally gap like this, right? So hourly civvy, pierce into it, short-term liquidity rate, changes delivery, and let's say like higher time frame, I was very bearish. This is like an A plus setup right here, targeting maybe what's it called, equilibrium or discount of the range. This would definitely be a type of setup that I would take if I was very bearish. Like let's say my draw liquidity is per day low, and we tag into this hourly imbalance, and we have our dealer range marked out. Now this is a setup that I'll take for shorts. Very clean. But since I'm bullish, I'm not looking to short today. So I'm just gonna wait for this to pan out. Maybe the setup could probably be potentially offered during the PM. And then we'll just go from there. Because these are the types of setups I look for every single day. So higher time frame imbalances, change delivery entries, and then my stop loss will be like the breaker lows or highs, or the SMT's highs and lows of the swing highs and lows that we put in. Just past an apex eval. They have a discount code, I'm pretty sure right now. Very, very dirt cheap for apex. I was thinking 10 PAs, but I think 2 for now and 2 for TPT. Get the payout and then stack more. That's the way to go. If I was to start all over again, I'll definitely start with one evaluation account and then get the payout and then just buy more accounts and then go from there. If you want to pass your evaluation accounts like very fast, and if you have money to burn, then I would go for like 15 points with 15 minis, and then you can pass your evaluation accounts pretty quick in like 1 minute if you have money to burn, because 90% of your focus should definitely be on fundeds. Because in my opinion, I hate trading evaluation accounts. I mean, I don't like trading them or spending a lot of time in them. Max like 3 days. If I spend more than a week on an evaluation account, then yeah, I just don't like spending time on evaluation accounts. But yeah, if I were to like, let's say I have money to burn, like let's say I have like 2K, I'll definitely get like 20 evaluation accounts for Apex, 15 minis, and just go for like 15 points. Because trust me, you don't want to spend a week, a month on an evaluation account. It just drains your mental a lot, like your mental capital a lot. Yeah, I can't spend more than 3 days on an evaluation account. It has to be maximum 3 days. I got four PAs, Apex, and blew it all. Why'd you blow the was it like the risk management? Did you go until revenge trade? What happened? But what about the new TBT no activation fee? Yeah, those are even better to be honest, because you like, bro, if you have no if there's a sale where you don't have to pay for your activation fee and you get like 1 day withdrawals, like as soon as you get like let's say you pass the account and you get like a good profit on the account above the buffer, you have to withdraw it immediately. That's what I do. I always withdraw immediately. Because for TPT, like I don't really like to stack the account and grow it. I just like to like get my profits and then just withdraw them really fast. Especially when you have like 5 accounts going for base hits on all of them. Very good. All right, so we're not really doing anything right now on price. So we're definitely going to get some kind of retracement down. If not, then I do have some alerts set, so I'm gonna wait for that during the PM. See if I can get some longs for the PM session, and then wrap up the day today. So we have not taken previous high or high of day yet, and in the PM we do get some retracement down and look for longs. Then that's definitely something I'm gonna hunt for during the PM session, and then I'm probably just gonna call it a day. But yes, risk management and no strategy. So for 50K, that is 53K. Uh, so like for TBT, I'm pretty sure you have to get above a buffer of like 2,000 on it, and anything. So let's say for a $50,000 account, right? You have a buffer of around 2,000, so 52K. So if you can get above 52K buffer, anything that you make, you get to withdraw it. Because at first, when I was trading my 50Ks, like I wanted to withdraw my first profit, but I couldn't because it told me I had to get like a buffer above it, and anything above after that, you can definitely withdraw. So, and the payouts for TPT are really fast. Like as soon as you go to your bank thingy and you request the money to go to your account, it sends the money into your account in like maximum like 1 minute. For me, it took me like I'll say like 30 seconds after hitting withdraw button. So they're very fast with their process of payouts. And they're very underrated too as well. Because I've been trading them for like I've been trading them for since like last year around March, and their payout processes are very fast. But it's pretty cool that they now allowed to trade 5 accounts. Before they didn't really allow 5 accounts, but they always had daily payouts, the promotions of no activation fees. So they're really underrated. Like I would consider them an underrated prop firm. But now they're getting like a lot of recognition from like a lot of traders just talking about them and stuff. So hopefully they just keep the way they're doing right now. which one do you prefer, Top Step or Apex? Apex pays. You just have to follow their rules. So for me personally, I would. So the safer one is Top Step, obviously, but if you follow their rules, if you're very aggressive with Apex, like to be safe, I would choose Top Step, but to get like big boy payouts, then I'll go with Apex. But I'm gonna wrap up the stream now, guys. Nothing really going on. I mean, we did get this 5 minute CISD. Maybe this could be a deep. Maybe this could be a retracement to premium like this, and now we can look for that move down. But I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the live stream for Friday, end of week. So hope you guys have a good day. Be safe. Don't do dumb stuff. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. So anything above 2K, I get to like 53. Yeah, so anything above 2K, you can withdraw, and then you still get to keep the account. But I'm pretty sure after you make a certain amount of profit, I think like over 10K or 20K, they do move you to live though. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Have a good day, guys.